Single dad helps his boss set up a dating profile, but she said, "Why don't you just take me out?" Ethan Cole had learned to keep his head down. That's what single fathers did when the rent was due, the daycare bill was late, and the coffee machine at work broke for the third time in a week. He showed up early, stayed late, and smiled politely at his boss, Mara Whitfield, brilliant, composed, and so far out of his league that he'd never let himself wonder. Mara was the kind of woman who made a room feel organized just by walking into it. She ran Whitfield Consulting with precision and grit, her dark hair always neatly pinned, her blazers sharp as her mind. To Ethan, she was simply, Ms. Whitfield, the woman who gave him steady work after his wife passed and life cracked open. So when she lingered by his desk one Thursday evening, holding her phone like it might bite her, Ethan assumed it was another spreadsheet emergency. "Ethan," she said, exhaling. "Do you know anything about dating apps?" He blinked. A little. Good," she said quickly. "Because I apparently don't." She unlocked her phone and tilted it toward him. A half-finished profile stared back. "My sister made me download this. She says I work too much." Ethan smiled before he could stop himself. "She's not wrong." Mara shot him a look, then laughed, an easy sound he rarely heard. "I need help setting this up. And before you ask, no, I'm not asking the interns." He leaned back, thoughtful. "Okay. Rule 1. Be honest. Not corporate honest, real honest." She raised an eyebrow. "You think I'm not real?" "I think you're impressive," he said carefully. "But dating profiles aren't resumes." That earned him another laugh. They went line by line. Ethan suggested photos that didn't look like press releases. Mara cringed at her own bio and rewrote it twice. Somewhere between debating emojis and choosing a prompt, the office lights dimmed to after-hours glow. "What about interests?" she asked. "I like hiking, and cooking, and quiet." "Put that," Ethan said. "People underestimate quiet." She paused, then typed. "Single, no kids." Ethan looked away, suddenly aware of the ache that never quite left. He didn't need to be on apps. His life was small and full, school lunches, bedtime stories, and a daughter who called him her hero. Romance felt like a luxury item. Mara glanced up, noticing the shift. "I didn't mean." "It's fine," he said. "You should be clear." She nodded, then locked her phone. "So," she said lightly, "what would you swipe on?" He chuckled. "Honestly, someone kind. Someone who doesn't need to be impressive all the time." Her gaze lingered. "That sounds suspiciously like advice for me." "Maybe," he said. They stood there, the air warmer than before. Mara hesitated, then spoke, softer. "Ethan, why are you so good at this?" He shrugged. "When my wife was alive, we met the old-fashioned way. Talking, listening, not trying to sell ourselves." Mara swallowed. "I'm sorry." "Thank you." A notification buzzed on her phone. She didn't look at it. "You know," she said, almost casually, "this feels ridiculous." "What does?" "All of it." She gestured to the phone. "Algorithms deciding who I should talk to. Writing lines that don't sound like me." Ethan smiled. "You don't have to use it." She met his eyes. Something steady and brave flickered there. "Why don't you just take me out?" The words landed softly, but they changed the room. Ethan froze. "Mara, I know," she said quickly. "You work for me. You're a single dad. This could be complicated." She took a breath. "But I trust you, and I like who I am when I'm talking to you." He thought of his daughter, Lucy, with her missing front tooth and fierce hugs. He thought of boundaries, of fear, of the long nights after grief. He also thought of how Mara listened, really listened. "I can't do complicated," he said honestly. "My life, it's already full." Her shoulders fell, just a little. "But," he added, "I can do simple. Coffee, a walk, no pressure." Her smile returned, slow and genuine. "Simple sounds perfect." They agreed on Saturday morning. No expectations, no apps. Saturday came with sunshine and nerves. Mara arrived in jeans and a soft sweater, looking less like a CEO and more like herself. They walked by the river, talked about books and bad movies, about Lucy and Mara's sister and the strange courage it took to start over. "I've never dated a single dad," Mara admitted. "I've never dated my boss," Ethan said. She laughed. "We can make new rules." By the second coffee, something gentle had formed between them, careful, respectful, real. When Lucy joined them at the park later, Mara knelt to her level and asked about dinosaurs like it mattered. Lucy decided she liked Mara immediately. Weeks passed. Boundaries stayed intact, but so did the warmth. They told our They told the truth. They moved slowly. One evening, months later, Mara deleted the app. I don't need it, she said. Ethan smiled. Good, because I think the best matches happen when you stop trying to find them. She took his hand, quiet and certain. And for the first time in a long while, both of them believed that simple could be everything.